Definitely. And also expression of oneself is going to be a lot easier. Because the one thing that I feel that is a huge problem is not only stigmas, but the way people view everyone else's expression. Like we live in a, well, at least here, and a lot of other cultures are very judgmental. You know, they like to stick to their roots and stick to things that they believe in. But belief systems are only as good as you can teach them. So for people who are judging others for the way that they express themselves, it's not only it's wrong, but it doesn't allow for anyone to grow, right? So I feel that the metaverse could be also a way for people to not only express themselves but then grow into what they actually want to be, because in the world that we live in today, at least today, who knows about the future? We don't live in a world that is very accepting. So that could be another play.
Definitely. I think also, hopefully, one issue that could come up, not hopefully, but is, we're currently seeing the amount of misinformation everywhere.
Yep.
With decentralization, that's something that we're also like risking increasing also. So I'm not quite sure how that's going to play out, but I hope that our generation is smart enough to differentiate, what is considered like inappropriate to be spreading to everyone, compared to, what's logical, what's factual. Um, and
Yep.
now
Yeah.
with a bunch of different people and a bunch of different cultures, they could be spreading their own truths or spreading their own ideologies that may not be true or may not be conducive to like a happy environment that we look out for as well.
Yeah. Do you guys have any immediate thoughts about this misinformation and censorship? I mean, personally, I feel like we don't need any kind of censorship about misinformation, and just allow the users to go about trying to determine what is truthful to them. And yes, that could cause issues, but I feel like there's plenty of issues with censorship as of right now.
So I definitely, that's another thing that I was thinking about with the metaverse. At least I was thinking about how would the like creators restrict things, or how could they make laws for a virtual world where like technically there would be no problems. And what I'm guessing, it's going to be like almost like realms, right? So in like certain realms you can do certain things, and in others you can't do those exact same things. um but I think, at least I hope that the creators who are really diving in deep with the entire world as a whole are not going to allow censorship, because censoring, it means it's going to turn into almost like a dictatorship. So it's not going to be freedom of speech and that type of thing. It's gonna turn into the same thing that's going on right now. It's gonna become problematic, and it's gonna be for the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And going to the whole censorship thing, a whole issue is who's going to be filtering all this information.
Yep.
Can we trust this one individual or this group of individuals to be providing us accurate information? And with all that power, that's a lot of responsibility, and we see it a lot of times where power corrupts. So, is it worth risking having someone filter out all that information, or should we just let it all flow through? And I think that's probably the best way to do it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Definitely.
And I feel like a good way of avoiding all that is just incentivizing the best amount of like any kind of information that benefits one another, that is maybe like communally agreed upon. I feel like that's optimal. So a part of the Astral Kingdom, we plan to incentivize communication in each of our Discord channels by taking the top rated comments and maybe sharing them on our social medias, or whichever way makes the most sense, where we can share popularity to the messages being sent by just allowing more attention to be given to that individual.